It's in there. Very good. Is it Monday? Oh my word, I think it's Monday. It's Cindy Luby, and it's time for a quick and easy card. How's everybody doing? Well, I don't have anybody yet, but we're going to get there. Uh oh, Elaine needs to mute. It's at the top. No, buttons. That's okay. We know. There's always a fun. It's Monday.
It's Cindy's Monday. Woohoo!
No, no, if we're gonna do that again, I'm stopping the week. I didn't have a very good week last week, but hey, it's a new week, so we're ready to go. Today I'm using Nature's Beauty. Woo, look at that stamp set. Isn't that a pretty one? Look at that deer and the bunny and the fox and trees and branches, all sorts of things you can use. A little bit of grass here. Oh boy. I'm going to use many messages. Love this stamp set. Look at all of these messages that you can get out of this, and there's one die, and I'm going to show you a tip on that, on how to use that. So we're going to use that. I've got my 3 colors of ink here. So Just Jade, I'm going to use Soft Suede, and I'm going to use Pear Pizzazz. And then we haven't used this one, and this was kind of a hidden jewel in the catalog, and it's called Hippo and Friends. And you go, well, I'm not really into the little hippos and all that, but look at these dies. Now, I wasn't into the hippos as much either, but when I saw all these little dies that you could use out of this in bundle, I have to have this one. So, you know, I'm a hippo myself sometimes, but I didn't want the little hippos. But I couldn't pass up these dies. And let me tell you, today is the last day that you can get this set as a bundle price. It will go into the new catalog, but it will be a separate price for the die and a separate price for the stamps set. So if you want it as a bundle, this is the last day that you'll be get that 10% discount to get this. But I think you cannot pass up using all of these wonderful stitch. This is a stitch die. This is stitched, and then this is more of a label die, but I just love it. So, and look, it even has a little butterfly in there. Look at that. Okay. So I'm gonna show you how that I'm gonna use that. So I think we will get, now let me tell you one thing about mini messages. Great stamp set to have, because you can stamp it and then cut it out with one die. Look at this die, one die. You run it through and you have all of these messages that you can keep. So say you only wanted to just a card to say hello, doesn't matter, because you'll be able to use these in the future for some of your other cards. Now, the key I found to this die is that you need to allow for the extra space of the actual stamp, because the die does extend out a little bit. So what you'll need to do on that is that I did it at 5 by 6.5 is the size of the paper when I stamped it. Must have Stamparatus for this kind of stamp set, because you will probably want to go back and make sure you apply even pressure to the whole thing in order to get it to do right. But that's what the Stamparatus is all about, is that you don't have to stamp it perfect the first time. Everything will be lined up. Now, I happen to use one of our new inks. This is Evening Evergreen. Isn't that a pretty color? Now, when you decide that you're going to line up the die, I found instead of trying to look at the sentiment to line it up, use these little stars. I think that's why they put them there. If you line them up so that they're all even, the die will come out perfect for you. So you don't have to worry about trying to, oh, I've got to get it even over here to even up on this end or whatever. Just use those 3 little stars to line it up with what you've stamped. It'll come out perfect every time. So that was my little tidbit for today. So let's get started. Let me put this away, and we're going to go ahead and get started with our stamp set. And you don't want to, you definitely want to stay to the end, because I have an announcement to make at the end. We've got a special coming up. Woohoo!
A secret, Cindy?
A secret. So you got to stay to the end. Now this will be one of my quick and easy cards, so it won't be a long one, but I'm going to show you how to make this beautiful card. And I did, like I said, I'm using Just Jade for my card base. And this is 4, and this is by 11, scored at 5.5. And then this is my layer that I'm going to do, and this is but 4 by 5.25. And look, I'm keeping it in the camera today. That is my big thing. I am focused on keeping it in the camera. So this will be for the inside. This will be for the outside. And this, like I said, is a 4 by 5.25. And this is In Good Taste, is the DSP. Well, look at the other side of this. But I decided I wanted the lighter kind of a tile look for the background of my card. So I decided to do that. So I'm going to go ahead and put that down. Get that done. Let's see. Oh, what I tell you, our weather here this weekend was absolutely gorgeous. I know Elaine stayed outside and worked, and I played golf yesterday. It was so pretty. We had our crop on Saturday, and we had so much fun, both virtual and the in-person people. They really had a good time. So I'm going to use soft suede in order to stamp my bunny, and I'm going to use one of those dies that I just showed you from Hippo and Friends. And I decided I wanted a little bit lighter color than Early Espresso, because Early Espresso I thought was a little too dark for my bunny. So I'm going to use soft suede. And I'm going to go ahead and put him down here. I'm going to put him in the middle. There we go. Ooh, pretty. Cute little bunny. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to use our blends, and I'm going to use Crumb Cake. Because again, some of these other colors, when I was experimenting, my bunny turned out a little bit too dark. So I think Crumb Cake is a perfect color. And so I'm going to use the light color first. And I'm going to use my brush. Now, don't do like I did first time, and I just colored away. And then I colored his little cottontail bunny, his little tail. And I thought, oh, I wanted to leave that white. So just be aware when you're coloring. Don't be like me where I just go to town and color everything. So when I do my coloring, I always put my lighter color down first. It's just my technique. And I put this down, and then I go back and highlight with my darker color. And then I go back and blend it a little bit with the light again. So this one's an easier one. Uh-oh. Lane, I'm having my Monday.
Oh no.
There's
again?
no ink in this one. Okay, I'll just use the other end. The brush end is completely gone. All right, so I'm just going to just highlight this a little bit. And I'm going to put his nose a little darker. So that's why I kind of left that light. And I'm going to just do a little bit more highlighting, just a few little strokes. And then I'm going to go back with my light brush, and then I blend it all. And that just adds a little bit more color to the bunny. And I'm going to leave his head a little bit lighter. I'm not going to go back through and color it all, because I want his face to be a little bit lighter than his body. That's just my concept of the coloring for the bunny. Now I wanted to add a little color here because it looks like he's like maybe on the ground or grass or something, but I didn't want to make that brown again. So I'm going to use my Just Jade, and I'm going to go ahead and just follow the lines a little bit. And I'm using the darker one for my lines. And then I'm going to take my lighter one on the brush, and then I'm just going to color it in a little bit. Just to add a little bit of something, something, so he doesn't look like he's floating out there. We don't want him to be floating. All right. Now, well, I could go ahead and put this on here, but I thought, oh, it's too light. It's there's no definition for this label. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take one of my daubers, And I'm going to take my Just Jade and I'm going to go ahead and edge that because I think that will make that bunny pop once I give him a more of a focus. And when I edge, I normally go straight on and then I just do a little flicking. Now, if you do this way, you're going to put a lot more color around the edge, but I just wanted to highlight where those stitch dots are. And I wanted to go all the way around. So I tend to go just straight on and just do a little flicking all the way around. And then if it's not dark enough, you can still go back through and go back again and make it a little darker if you want. So who do we have today? Here's Marty.
And Faye.
Uh-oh. And Faye.
Lori.
I'm looking up.
Oh, no, she's gonna mess
Uh-oh.
up.
I've been focusing. Trying to change my luck a little bit. But I'm still laughing. My coffee grinder blew up this weekend and I didn't have any because I do coffee beans, so I didn't have any coffee, but thank God I have my little pods. So, you know, when it happens, it happens. All right. Now, see what I make what a difference that makes? It really does highlight your feature of the little bunny. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to put him on here, and I wanted to go ahead and use this saying out of the mini messages that I just showed you. This says, just wanted to say. And the reason why I chose this one is that I'm not sure who I'm going to send this card to. So one of my tips that I'm going to tell you about is that if you're just making cards to make them and you want a little stash, that's wonderful because, you know, you never know what you need. But sometimes it's easier to either leave them blank or go ahead and put more of a generic saying on the front and then leave the inside blank, because then I could say, just wanted to say happy birthday, just wanted to say I'm thinking about you. And actually you could use any one of these. I just wanted to say be strong, be brave, you've got this. You could use any one of these along with this, or use it like here's a happy birthday. So there are many things that you could do with this particular saying. So that's why I chose it, because this way I have the ability to go back and when I need the card, go, oh my God, that would be a perfect card for a birthday, a friend of a birthday that's coming up. So then all I have to do is stamp happy birthday, or I could go ahead and just take this message and it's already cut out, and take that and put it on the inside of my card. So boom, then you would already be done. So that's just a little tip that I use. So I'm not stuck with, oh, I wish I had made that into a different kind of card. So on here, I decided that I'm going to go ahead and stamp my bunny again. And I'm going to, because you know we can't have a naked card inside. So I'm going to go ahead and stamp him in the soft suede again. So here he is. And I'm not going to color him this time. I'm just going to leave him like that.
He's going to be a naked bunny.
No, he's not a naked bunny, but I'm going to go ahead and use these little, it's like grass is the way I look at it. A little bit of wispy grass here. So I'm going to go ahead and use that, and I'm going to use that with my Pear Pizzazz. And then that will add a little bit of different color, because not everything has to be the Just Jade. I think you can definitely use different shades of greens sometimes. And from the front to the back, and when you see that, it just adds a little bit of difference to it. So on here, I'm going to go ahead and stamp this for him, so he doesn't look like he's just sitting there all by himself. He's in his grass like they always do. Don't they like to hide? The little bunny sticking out.
Marty says her bunnies eat her salad in the grass.
Oh, yeah. Well, I got a lot of salad at my house. Maybe I should get a bunny. My neighbor is growing
Your neighbor
grass.
doesn't like you.
Growing grass. She's growing lettuce. And, yeah, see, I tell you, it's Monday. And she has been giving me lots of wonderful fresh lettuce. Oh, my God. I'm eating really well. So see what I mean? Now you have something on the inside. Then you can put any sentiment you want. Here's your card already made. So that way you can leave it blank even if you wanted to just put a note inside. I just wanted to say, and then put your message in there. So you could do that. So there's your card for today. Very quick and easy card. You could use any one of these. You could use any one of these labels to do any size of this. You could do the fox. You could even do the deer. You could make a little scene out of it. So lots of different things that you could do with that stamp set. Now, as I promised, I have an announcement that I wanted to make. And you know we have a new catalog coming out. And when does it come out? Tomorrow. Doesn't it? It goes live. Yay! So Elaine and I have put together our share. Dun, da, da, da. I even sing.
Oh no.
I know. What can I say? That's the price you pay for watching my video on Monday. So we have 2 shares. We have, you just want the paper. You get 111 6x6 pieces, and you get all of the DSP. Now we did have one that carried over, the in good taste, but you're going to get that. We decided to include it. That's really wonderful paper. So if you haven't tried that one before, you'll love that. And then we have all of these wonderful specialty papers in our catalog. And there's like a whole page of them. So we're going to include those too. So we've got some ombre paper in there that you'll be able to try. And here's that page. So we have all these different ombre papers. We've got the vellum. Can you see all that? You've got some glimmer paper. I mean, great specialty papers. And you're going to get, actually you're going to get a half a sheet of this one and a half a sheet of each one of these colors in this specialty ombre paper that they have. So you're not going to want to miss that. And then if you decided that you just, I'm not really into paper much, but I really like the ribbon embellishment, then you're going to get 19 yards of ribbon and 91 pieces of embellishment. So you're going to get to try out all the new embellishments that are in the catalog. And there's the price for that one. And then if you're like me, I want it all, then you can have everything shipped to you, and it'll be $72.46, and shipping will probably be around, I say $7.50, somewhere around there when I did an estimate. So it's all based on weight, as you know, and everything, but that seems to be what the going rate was for that. So kind of prepare for that. So if you want that, then you can go ahead and email papercraftsbyelaine.com, be Elaine at papercraftsbyelaine.com. It'll also be in her blog coming up, right? Mm-hmm. And we'll have that probably out on the Facebook page too, if you want to just respond to that. So different ways that you can say yes, you would like that. We'll have that open probably this week. For a few days, we'll let you know when we'll be closing that out because we have to place the order. We have 20 spots open, and I think we've already had a few spots already fill on that. So we still have some spots left. So make sure that you get in that because it is a great way to sample all the new paper embellishments and ribbon that we have coming out. Do you have anything else, Elaine?
Lori says she needs it all.
Woo! All right. Well, you're just like me. I want it all. Or like Lori, I need it all. So there we are for today. That's what our class is. And I hope you enjoyed that quick and easy card. I think you could apply that to many items that we have in our catalog. But it is a great way to utilize our wonderful In Good Taste paper. I absolutely love that paper. So until Wednesday when we do scrapbook, we will see you then. Oh, and I think a little birdie told me that Elaine is going to be on tomorrow going through the catalog.
Tomorrow night at 7 o'clock.
Tomorrow night, okay.
And I'm also going to be on Wednesday morning at 10 with a tip and secret. Then I'll be on at 2 with a tip and secret. And then at 7, I'm going to give away my tips and secrets.
Oh boy. And if I didn't, I probably was remiss in mentioning this, but if you share this video today, we would greatly appreciate it. Share it with a friend, share it with another crafter, share it on your page. But please share our videos because I think other people would enjoy seeing these wonderful cards and scrapbook pages that we make. So until tomorrow, we will see you then. Bye now.